Hello everyone, it's Arissa and welcome back to my channel. For a Thursday upload, I thought it was appropriate to at least one time do a Throwback Thursday. We are going to talk about some items that I really miss from the stores, the makeup items that have gotten discontinued, or maybe it was a limited edition item that just is no longer available, but I wish I got my hands on it. And I want to know from you guys, what are the items that you fell in love with only to discover that it's been discontinued? And the items that I'm mentioning are within the last few years. They're not items from the 1990s or even just 10 years ago. They're really from the last several years. So it's not going to be too old. Some of them are still probably going to be in your collection, but they're just not available anymore. They're not available to repurchase if you loved it, unless you go through a third-party seller. But I'm just referring to if you go to a Target, if you go to a department store, would these be available? And when I say that these items are discontinued, I'm not really sure exactly what it's like worldwide. Maybe there are countries out there that still carry these items, but from what I've seen online, these are not available in the US anymore. This is all in fun, and I was inspired to do this when I was talking about a blush that I really liked and it got discontinued a couple videos ago. It was my products that I still love and recommend years later, and I talked about the first product I will mention here today, and I said that I loved it so much, but of course it's now not on the shelves. I really miss it. It was a wonderful formula, and I wish they brought back something similar, if not the same exact thing. And that item that I'm talking about is the Maybelline Master Highlight. Who remembers these, who love them, and who actually still owns them? For me, I went through a major purge over the last 2 years where I started to get rid of items that were really hitting that 2-3 year mark, and I knew it was getting expired. So I ended up getting rid of all of my Maybelline Master Highlights, but they were so good. So the shades that they had, and I had all of these shades, I'm pretty sure. They had, let's see here, coral, light bronze, mauve, nude, and pink rose. I had all of these. They were really good. An expert balance of shade and shimmer for a natural glow. This was a powder product. I really liked the fact that it had the right amount of pigment mixed with that glow that it's referring to. It was a beautiful sheen on the skin, not really a shimmer, not really a glitter, or not at all a glitter actually. It was a beautiful glow. The powder was so soft and velvety and really easy to use. I would say that the Milani baked blushes are pretty similar, but of course they're different because this is a baked product, so it has that hard dry texture. Overall, I think the Maybelline Master Highlight had just a bit of a more dewy glow to the skin, and it was so beautiful. It was such a great product. I did mention this often, but the only thing I didn't like is the packaging. I didn't like that it had all that writing on it and just looked a little tacky. Like this, for example, has beautiful packaging. Maybelline Master Highlight, not so much. So here's one that a lot of us had in our collections, and you still may have it in yours, but I no longer do. It is the Revlon ColorBurst Lip Butter. Who had at least a dozen shades? Because I definitely did. On Revlon's website, this was described as a buttery balm with beautiful shiny color to give you baby soft, healthy, glowing lips. I think they did a great job with this product because it made you want to collect them all. Each of them had different colored packaging on the outside, so you knew exactly what you were reaching for, and it made you want to get most, if not all of them. They were just so cute to have and collect, you know? It was like a collector's item. And it was one that I definitely let a lot of people know about, that it was a good formula, but also just fun to have multiple shades of. And I would definitely go to a Target and think, which shade don't I have yet? And then I'd want to get it. I really liked the color Pink Truffle. I think there was a Juicy Papaya or something like that. And Gumdrop. There were just a lot of them. I really liked them, and leave a comment below if you had a favorite shade and if you missed them too. So this is a really good throwback for me. I loved this eyeshadow palette. It was a really small eyeshadow palette with 5 shades. It was the Revlon CustomEyes Shadow and Liner Palette, specifically in Naturally Glamorous. I would love to know if any of you also use this because I really liked it. And I'm going through here to see what the description was on this. Expertly coordinated eyeshadows and liner in one palette. They say liner because technically you could take a pencil brush and line your eyes with it, but It's pretty much an eyeshadow palette. I liked having it as a go-to everyday eyeshadow palette. It was the eyeshadow palette that I would use when I'm not really sure what I'm going for the day. I just want to quickly do an eyeshadow look. So for that same purpose, you know, like don't even have to think about it, no fuss eyeshadow palette, I now use the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. So I mentioned this quite a few times already. Sometimes you don't want a really big eyeshadow palette and all of these options. You just don't have the time for it, you know? So I like this, and that's what it was like having that Naturally Glamorous eyeshadow palette. I won't say that the quality is just as good as Urban Decay. I really don't remember it being as good as this, but it was a great entry-level palette, and I was able to repurchase it, I think, maybe 3 times. Next is actually a similar product to the Revlon Lip Butters, but it's by Maybelline, and it was the Maybelline Color Whispers. Lust for Blush, I think, was a really popular one. Pinup Peach, Rose of Attraction, Made It Mauve, Mocha Muse, I don't know if I had Mocha Muse, that doesn't sound familiar, and Pink Possibilities. So these were described as soft, sexy, translucent gel color, pure color pigments suspended in a weightless gel, just a kiss of shine, no heavy waxes or oils. I liked this too. I liked the thin packaging. I'm going to talk about another one by L'Oreal that had similar packaging, or just like that really thin tube. So this was another one where the packaging pretty much mirrored what the item was on the inside, like the Revlon lip butter. Another lip item that was really similar but by L'Oreal was the L'Oreal Color Caresse lipstick. Do you guys remember these? Did you have them? I liked the packaging of this too because there was a little bit of the actual lip color on the packaging, but the rest was gold and really pretty. So some of the colors that I remember are Pink Cashmere, Pink Vinyl. I really liked Pink Vinyl, that was a hot pink. Sheer Linen. This one said it was formulated with a revolutionary light feel system to deliver a feather light finish without being sticky or heavy. Vibrantly sheer color and conditioned lips. So there was definitely a time when these gel balm-like products were really popular, and now it's pretty much the liquid lipstick. But I liked the gel products. I think they were so much easier to apply and use every day, and I'm not a big liquid lipstick person. I liked that gel product with a bunch of different colors to choose from. So I do want to at least mention one thing that's available now that kind of fills that void for me, and it is the Color Riche Shine lipsticks from L'Oreal. I've already mentioned these quite a few times, but I think it's worth noting. I mentioned before in my last video that I don't like the shade Shining Peach, but I like Burnish Blush and Glossy Fawn, and this is a L'Oreal product, and it has that Revlon lip butter feel to it. So if you're looking for something like that, I still definitely recommend these. And the final product is a high-end one that I did not pick up when I had the chance. It was limited edition. It is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Surreal Light Blush, Bronzer, and Strobe Powder Palette. Who has this and who is loving it? Because I need to vicariously live through you. It had that marble packaging, it was so pretty, and I wish I got it. I really do. So with this one, it says, these never before released shades of powder, bronzer, and blushes are available for a limited time, featuring everything you need to finish, brighten, and contour, highlight your skin in a single compact. So I think this one really depends on whether or not you already love the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders. I personally do, and you guys know that I love the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. I use this pretty much every day underneath my eyes, and I've picked up other palettes from them in the past that I really liked, so I wish I got this one. I've picked up I think 3 other palettes in the past, like one bigger one like this, and then the trio that they still have. It has dim light and more of like a bronzer powder and a highlight, and the blush palette. So I really like Hourglass in general, and I just wish I got this one. I think in the moment I just thought, you know what, I don't need it, and really I still don't need it. I never really needed it, but just looking back on it, I wish I got it. That wraps up the items that are discontinued that I wish were not discontinued because I really miss them or wish I got my hands on that last palette. One thing that I do want to mention here at the end is an item that's actually not discontinued, but for some reason I thought it was, and it is the Lorac Pro To Go palette. Who remembers me talking about this years ago? I thought it was discontinued because I didn't see it on Ulta's website, and I randomly searched for it just to see if it really is discontinued or not, and I saw it on Nordstrom's website. So I think I'm gonna place an order and grab that because I loved it for travel, and it was one of those that I like to gift to people. I thought it was a great starter palette, has everything in there. It's just a great product, so I think I'm gonna grab that again, and I'm so happy that it's actually not discontinued. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my list of items that I wish were not discontinued and items I would love to see come back. In the comments below, I'd love to see the products that you really miss, the ones that maybe you are holding onto in your collection because you know that you cannot repurchase it. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe if you want to see more. I upload videos on Sundays and Thursdays, and in Sunday's video I am going to be talking about the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I look forward to this sale every year. Nordstrom, take my money. If you guys are interested in that, please stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll be talking about my recommendations, my wish list, and I'll go through some of the beauty items that they're offering, and I'll let you guys know what the good buys are. So I will see you guys on Sunday. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye!